are you today? As you may notice, I am not in the mountains. I am sitting in the comfort of my own home. And today I thought I would do a little review of a product which I have bought recently. It is the Datacolor SpyderPro, and this is for color calibration on my monitor. Okay, so we're going to do a really quick unboxing. This is it, quite a sturdy box. If I just pop the lid off, we have a little leaflet. Basically tells you to go and download the software for the Spyder 5 Pro. That's all fine. We've got a little more packaging, a little plastic thing, and then this is the product. It's like a little three-cornered thing, a long cable and a USB to plug into the side of the computer. If we just undo this little Velcro strap that's attached to it, it's quite a long lead, so you can calibrate your monitor, which is very far away from the computer. I don't know. This then comes apart. This is the lens which goes over the computer, and this just hangs down around the back. Alright, we have it out of the box and we're ready to get it set up. Just to let you know, this isn't the perfect situation to be setting up calibration for the monitor. There's a little bit too much bright light coming into the room and there's direct light hitting off the display, but for the purposes of the video, this is what we're doing. And I'm just going to pop it down by the side there and open up the program. This will take a few wee seconds. Okay, so let's get going with this. There's a few things to run through first, a little checklist. We need to warm up the display for about half an hour. Lighting conditions, we've talked about that. What I'm doing here now isn't perfect, but just for the purposes of the video. Display controls, we need to set contrast to default, set the color temperature to 6500K or equivalent, and adjust the brightness to a level at which you're comfortable. So we're going to just bring this up a wee bit. And that should do. Spyder connection, plug the Spyder into the computer's USB port, not into a hub or keyboard. Next, we're doing it on a laptop. It's the MacBook Air, and it's an Apple and the model MacBook Air. Let's see what happens. So we're going to do a full calibration, and we're going to change a few wee settings here. I want to adjust gamma, I want to adjust white point, I want to adjust brightness, and I also want to adjust room light. Next, and it's telling me to leave the Spyder 5 sitting beside the computer. It's down there at the moment. And off we go. It's found a few little things. It's found that the brightness should be set to 180 CD/M2. Don't really know what that means. And the white point, 6500. So we're going to accept the recommended settings. All right. Now for this, we need to do a little bit of work with the Spyder on the display. We basically just pull it apart and we place the unit just where it says to. Once we do that, click next and calibration begins. This will just run through a little second. Okay, now this is going to ask us to set the brightness. So we're just going to click OK on that, and we're going to bring the brightness up so that it is there, and we need to update. And that's pretty close. For the purposes of this video, I think that's close enough. And we're just going to continue, and it's going to continue to calibrate the monitor. All complete. We're just going to finish, and I'm going to remove the Spyder from the display so that I can just read what's going on. And this is giving us the option to give it a name. I'm in my living room and it's day. So that's what I'm going to call it, and it just gives me a little box to tell me that it's going to remind me in a month to do another calibration. Here we go, we've saved it and we're going to go to next. This is a handy little thing. It shows me what my display was and what it is now. Hopefully this will come through in the video. So this is the calibrated display, and quit. And here we go. Here is my lovely new calibrated display. All right, now my display is calibrated and I've shown you the product. I want to almost justify to you why I bought it. I want to show you some of the printing I did before buying the Spyder and some of the printing I did after. I also was making a few little mistakes with my editing process, which I will explain, and how to iron those little mistakes out. This is the image that I printed out before I bought the Spyder, before I had my display calibrated. You can see the shadows down and around the bottom on the side of this hill, really dark. Just the brightness levels of this image aren't correct and I wasn't happy. After buying the Spyder, this is what I came up with. And again, it's a little bit brighter, it's a little bit better, but still the shadows down and around here, again around on the side of the hill, they're not bright enough. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't what I wanted. After doing this, after realizing that the Spyder hadn't fixed the problem, I had a look into things like Photoshop, color profiles on that, and I decided to try and print out another image. This was the next image which I printed out. This is an image that I took of Glasgow University a couple of months ago with the sunset behind there. You can see again down and around the bottom, shadows too dark, even the tower, there's not enough detail in that for my liking. Pretty soon after printing this, I was sitting at my monitor and I got up and I realized how much brighter the monitor got as I rose above the level of it. I realized that I needed to be viewing the monitor pretty much straight on. After doing this, doing a little bit more editing, this is the photo that I came up with. You can hopefully see the difference in brightness. Loads more detail in around here, loads more detail in the tower. This is what I was going for. This is the reason that I bought the Spyder. I suppose that I was getting results like this because of incorrect usage of the monitor. And once I had sorted that out, getting images like this, super happy. Really happy with the colors, really happy with the brightness, and I think the image looks fantastic printed out. So really happy with that.